Okay. Should be good.
You know what? Just in case you failed the roll, Monica,
Mhm.
let's see how much damage it would take if you failed the roll. Because then you just would have turned down half damage instead of no damage.
Alright, so last time we left off, you guys decided to take back Marathon through a series of convincing events that Ed's first character would probably have been impressed by. You guys were able to sneak into Marathon and retake the city from the inside. On your process, you were able to defeat and reprogram one of the red dragons that was against you inside the city.
Hacker man.
And so we pick up with you guys still debating on what to do next with the city, as you still need to figure out who will run Marathon. Some options that were some nominations that were raised were Esso and Hephaestion. Cleomenes' daughter.
Esso made it very clear she's disinterested though and shot down the idea.
Just something you can't force her. Cleomenes' daughter was a nomination. Soteria was a nomination. A council of 3 dragons was raised, and also the Oracle. But you also could just, throw a curveball there. Why not have Mihales be in charge?
Who?
Ace character.
I don't think he would make a good leader.
But maybe sometimes the best leaders are the ones that don't want it.
You're right, so let's make Ed's character the leader.
I will begrudgingly rule with Esso, I guess, if you make me.
Well, we spent a whole session roleplay bickering over this. Do we want to just have a meta vote here?
Meta vote, I think that human plus dragon council plus the Oracle temporarily.
The Oracle doesn't want anything to do with the ruling. They said it themselves. Even if you offer them the job, they're just going to walk away.
They don't need to stay for long. They just need to guide for a little bit until things are safe enough to travel again.
I don't know if they'll want to do that.
Yeah, I'm saying I don't think that's a bad idea. I just think it's not going to happen because they've been resolutely denying it in the roleplay. Unless you want to hold a knife to your Oracle and tell them and force them.
I would not enforce my will onto the Oracle.
So I think if we're gonna narrow down these, Mitch, can you repost the
window?
list?
Absolutely. If you're going to strong arm Esso into something, I should probably be there too. So if you want Esso, you're taking me.
I think let me copy this. You can all disagree with what I'm about to do, but I'm gonna start crossing the ones off that I think we're not gonna any of us are gonna agree to make happen. So the Oracle. Who is anyone down for Cleomenes' daughter? Just becoming the leader?
I'm sure. I guess
I'm not. I'd rather just go with Soteria.
All right. So we're down to 2. We're down to Esso and Hef and Strateria in the Dragon Council.
Yeah, I can agree to those 3.
That was 2. Oh,
Dragon
no, that's 3, isn't it?
I think
Strateria
it was Dragon Council with human involvement, specifically.
Dragon Council plus non-dragon representative.
With single human elected. Well, I should say human.
So just going back to how Marathon was ran.
Well, no, because the dragons don't get to choose the non-dragon representative. The people choose, and that's different. So that's our 3 choices. I'm fine with 1 or 3.
Yeah, I'm good with either of those.
I'd rather just go with Stateria, just because they would probably just what's it called? They're like I'd say they're the better pick, and also they could just rework things however they want them to, and I feel like they probably will.
I'm gonna start putting names down for people with definitive choices. So Monica is hard in on Stateria.
Yeah.
All right, I'm gonna delete. I'm gonna delete the options that we've crossed out.
I mean, we could just write down the ones we find acceptable, like as a multi-choice thing, and then whichever has the most we take. Like that'll just be more convenient, I think.
It's not gonna save any of. There we go. So there's our 3 options. We got our 1 solid vote, and that's Monica. The rest of us need to choose.
I will vote. I will vote for the Dragon Council with election.
Blair,
I
do you want to make a solid solid vote? The vote of the Dragon Council is already in there, Blair.
Can you guys not hear me?
Hmm?
Never
What were you
mind.
saying?
No,
I don't think it came through.
Yeah, I didn't hear you say anything.
Okay.
Just go ahead and reset it.
We could just treat this as like a multi-choice thing, and we could all just put down numbers for which ones we're okay with, and just count whichever number shows up the most.
Well, that's what I was doing. I was going down one person by person to get everyone's vote here on this. And the only
Because,
see
like,
the Discord.
single vote's not the best.
If you want to
for
put
this
yours on
thing.
multiple, we can do that, and we'll just take the one with the most votes.
Yeah.
I don't mind that.
First past the post is stupid. Throw it in the trash.
Yeah, which one do you
Bad voting
put?
system.
Which ones do you want?
1 or 2.
All right, well, I'm 1 or 3, so I'll put myself down for that.
I'll still have to go 1 or 3.
You said 1 or 3? All right.
Oh no. Oh,
Great, we have a
no.
tie.
Monica, Flair, are you gonna switch it up to? Are you gonna do any multiples, or are you just hard in on those 1?
We could rank choice this. We could delete middle option and then.
Yeah, we
Or-
could
or
rank
we-
choice it.
Okay, if that's if we aren't gonna have 2, then I'll go with 3 then.
All right,
3
3 it
then.
is. Dragon Council with a single non-human representative, non-dragon rep, elected by the people, is our answer.
Well, if you're going with what I wrote down with the Dragon Council with Esso, Stateria, and Cyprus, this is going back to when the dragons first founded the city and there was no human representative.
Yes, but we're putting a human
Yeah,
representative on
yeah.
there.
We aren't being rigid with this with these choices here. We're picking a council, and we're gonna have it that has a human representative that's picked out by the people of Marathon.
Okay.
Yeah.
Ryan, do you mind writing that down for me?
I
It was
already
supposed
did.
to be in there. I don't know what happened.
No, he did write it. Miss just didn't read.
Oh, I meant like separate from the polling. Just put it down as like the official result. But all right. With that decided, unfortunately, Esso and Stateria are needed for the war, so Cyprus, actually, sorry, his name was, I actually forgot, his name was Crete, not Cyprus. I don't know why I put down Cyprus. I got my islands mixed up. Crete will stay behind and rule Marathon while you guys are gone.
With a non-dragon, right?
Cyprus.
With a non-dragon, right?
Yeah. I mean, he's so thankful. You guys saved his life, remember? So he's not gonna go against what you guys did.
Nah, it's fine. There's only 50 people in the city. We can hold a quick election.
Yeah, that's true.
Just gather all 50 people up and have them pick a representative.
All right. Who's the human rep missed? What do the people vote for?
It's gonna be really funny if it's Cleomenes' daughter.
I mean,
That's
I wouldn't
fine
mind.
if they choose her.
if they
you know?
choose, that's their choice.
Yeah.
Okay.
The whole point was to prevent a stooge getting put on the council,
Exactly.
which everything Strateria said made it sound like that's what the person was before. Was a stooge.
Yeah. And when you're elected by the ruling party to represent the minority, you're not going to be anything but a fucking kiss ass.
Sounded like they only elected like a Dracakin, so they were electing basically dragon people to represent the
Exactly.
non-dragons. Silly farce.
Well, the last representative was Cleomenes himself, and he was just human.
I don't know Cleomenes. I only know what Strateria said.
We killed him in like the last part of part 1.
I'm not playing that character right now.
Makes sense. You weren't you weren't born yet.
So true.
We'll tell you when you're older.
My character of Nebulous Age.
But yeah. The people of Marathon will hold their election off screen. I don't exactly.
Tell us the name of the person who wins. We want the lore.
If you genuinely don't have an idea yet, Miss, you can just say that.
The election is being held.
Okay.
Do something.
The winner of the election is a man by the name is a man by the name of Thesis Tassos.
I see you had to whip out the name generator. I'm kidding. Busting your balls. Cool. We'll learn more about his politics later. For now, the people get to deal with what they fucking elected. We'll be back.
He
Peace.
is a dragon supremacist.
Probably. Did you level up Ares, Mist?
Oh yeah.
Yeah, her health seems
I mean,
mighty low.
I mean, it's easy. I mean, that's her health before, you know.
Yeah.
Psychics don't get much, so pretty easy to level up.
True enough.
All right. So with that, you guys are gonna need to take some time to secure Marathon and help organize a new government. So a couple weeks go by. Here and there, you guys catch word of some armies from the Timid Kingdom coming near Marathon, but mostly they steer clear in fear of being attacked by dragons because, what's an army of 100 guys going to do against potentially a couple, half dozen dragons? Doesn't go well. And in that time, you guys are actually visited by some individuals.
Oh no.
God, not an individual.
The first
Individuals, plural.
The first of these individuals is a familiar sight to Michales. A man by the name of Nephates, also known as the Swift, a general from the former Tessaphonian Empire.
Ah.
The second person to visit sorry, I had a burp. Is a individual from Zendel. A man from shoot, I didn't write down the name. Hold on one sec. A man from the house of Agadir.
Is that the military house?
That is the military house.
Oh no. Am I familiar with them personally?
Yes. His name is Bodo, and he is a general and sailor who was one of the veterans of the previous war when the Zendels were allied with the Tessaphonians.
Is House Agadir still pissed at us because of my dad?
We'll get to that.
Oh no.
Because you guys are gonna decide who you're gonna meet first. You got options. These are just people that are coming to see you. You haven't decided who you're gonna talk with yet. And then a third and final individual arrives.
Oh.
Did I not make a token for him? I swear I thought I did. One sec. A familiar individual to Mikales once more. A woman by the name of Delphi, the queen of the former region of Isagora.
I don't remember this.
Don't remember Isagora.
Isagora was one of the first city-states to be sacked and destroyed by the Tessaphonians when they invaded the
Was it
Hellenic
in the
region.
north or in the west?
It was up here in the north.
North.
North. Okay, I do.
It was
I
in
do
the
remember
north.
this now.
It was where Alexandros was from.
Yeah, I remember this now. Yeah.
Yeah.
I forgot Alexandros is from there. Oh, that's interesting.
Isagora.
I mean, the whole plot thing with Alexandros was that he was the one who opened the gates for him.
Right.
Yep.
Yeah, Isagora has been restored, but not with Delphi in charge. Instead, a puppet was placed by Carinus, because Delphi opposed him at the Aetherian election when Catagaris was elected. So, you have 3 individuals waiting to meet with you all. Who do you want to speak with first?
I should probably go speak with a Zendel representative.
I was actually just gonna say drag your token and just go with what you want to do. And I'm dragging my token.
That's a good way to go about it.
Actually,
Yeah.
yeah,
Go ahead and put your token. Here, I'll space these out a little bit more. So.
Oh, this is going to be fun.
Oh boy.
You know what?
A, who do you wish to go speak with?
I don't see my token. Oh wait.
Yeah,
You gotta
Dragon
drag
onto
it on
those.
there. I
Ah,
can-
okay.
Yeah.
Ooh.
Okay, we will start with the smallest and work our way up. So, first, Nephates the Swift. So, Amanita, you find some time in the schedule to meet with Nephates the Swift. He has come from the former lands of the Thesphonian Empire to come to you for aid.
Where are we meeting at?
This is just in Marathon, just wherever. You could just say it's in the Capitol building. It's in one of the 3 tall dragon spires.
And I just reminding myself the geopolitics here. That their entire empire has been conquered.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Specifically,
okay.
their entire empire has been conquered. Most of the major family members are dead. Specifically, Nephates is him and Alexandros are basically fighting their guerrilla war out in the Great Plains to carve out their own kind of kingdom, or at least Alexander's doing that to help out Nefates.
I hope when he comes into this like office space, I guess we're in. She's just lounged. She's just lounged back in a chair, just playing her. I think I have a lyre. Yeah, she's playing her lyre. Oh, did I have a meeting today? I forgot. Hello.
One of the representatives, one of your organizers in the room goes, introducing Nefates, the Swift of the Thessalonian Empire. And at that he gives a bow and departs the room, leaving you two alone. Nefates quickly removes his helmet and places it under his arm. A pleasure to meet you. I'm Amanita, was it?
Did they say you were from the Sessophonian Empire?
Indeed.
I don't remember seeing a Sessophonian Empire in the last map I looked on. Where is that located?
With that, he goes into one of his pouches and produces a map and unfolds it, revealing a map of an empire from 25 of the Thessalonian Empire from 25 years ago. The last Shah ruled our great empire 25 years ago.
What can we help you with? It's nice to meet you, but it kind of seems like you already lost the war.
The war is not over. So long as there's still fight left within me.
Alrighty, you're in. What do you need?
That easy? That simple.
Yep. Mm-hmm. What do you need?
You're not asking for anything in return.
No, we're all friends here. What can I do for you?
You watch as he rubs a scar on his face that he acquired when a certain individual put a cut across his face, trying to kill him. I am here because myself and those who still support the old regime of the Thessalonian Empire are been fighting the good fight over in the Great Plains for the last 20 years or so. We have put up a good resistance, but we cannot do this forever. We need supplies, and we need a major victory. I am coming to you as I have heard of your recent reconquest of Marathon, in hopes that you would help me take the coastal city of Katisis. There are plenty of resources there for the satyrs and centaurs to take. If we can overthrow the Great Plains and restore and free it from Temenid rule, it would cause a huge fracture in the empire, splitting off the north from the south, leaving my people, the dwarves, to reconquer their home and overthrow the Temenids in the south.
How do I know that once you recover from getting your freedom, you're not going to come back and enslave my family again in the plains?
Our kingdom is quite fractured and wounded. We need time to heal. There will not be any conquering for quite some time. But if you must have a concession, I will speak with the Shah and convince them to leave the Great Plains alone. We shall establish a border at the shoulder, the great mountain range that separates the Great Plains from the savannas of the northern Thessalonian region.
Oh, very well. You're just too good of a negotiator. I can't stand against you. We'll help you.
feel like you should speak with your allies before making such a deal. I will leave you time to discuss with them before you are fully committed to that.
Oh, it's okay. They fully trusted me to make these kinds of decisions.
I appreciate that you are so willing to assist me, and I will keep that in mind in the future. Thank you for hearing me out. And with that, he gives a short bow, puts his helmet back on, and departs from the room.
As he's going to close the door, she says, "Dad says hi."
He turns, what?
I said bye-bye.
He squints, closes the door slowly, and then you can hear him walking away after it shuts. So, up next, we have Delphi. All right, Mikalis and Titus, as you are assembled in your room, Delphi is quietly entered into the room. There's no fanfare. There's no announcement. She is dressed in a set of tunics that are worn and falling apart. She has no shoes on of any kind. Her feet are caked in dirt and grime. As she enters, she gives you all a short bow. Thank you for taking this time to meet with me. I am sure your rebellion is quite busy.
Are you alright? You look like you've been through the ringer.
My men and I have been forced to be on the run for some time since the death of your mother and her allies when our cause was fractured.
Yeah, that would do it. Seems a little awkward at the mention of his mother.
I have come here today as I have heard some troubling news.
That being?
Near the lands of Isagora, in the mountain ranges, there are a great tribe of scaled creatures. We call them kobolds. These creatures are tenacious, destructive, and willing to do whatever it takes to acquire the things that they want. Generally, the dragons at Marathon have kept them in place due to the kobolds having a innate desire to appeal to them. However, with the dragons gone from Marathon and spread out, they have been causing a disturbance in the lands of North. But not only that, I have heard words that Caranus himself wishes to recruit this new horde of kobolds to his cause and use them against whatever enemies that lay within his empire.
That seems like quite an annoyance. What is it that these kobolds want?
Food, power, money. They are greedy creatures innately. They take whatever they want and they envy what they don't have.
I'm guessing there's been no luck trying to strike a deal with them.
As for what Caranus has been doing, I don't know if he's made any contact with them yet, but I assume it'll be soon, rather than later. As for us, we've always placated the kobolds with donations of gold every now and again to keep them from raiding us. But with the kingdom of Isagora fallen, I assume Nestor and other cities and the like will soon face the wrath of the kobolds should Caranus put them to his side. As an old it much harder for the resistance to fight back.
So you want to is there any kobold leadership, or is it just, or are we not privy to such information?
The new kobold leader in charge of everything is a kobold known as Typhon. This kobold has been blessed with demigod-like power and has scales of all the different types of dragons. A type of kobold rarely seen and only spoken about in the kobold myth and legend. It is said that in the kobold tales that we have translated that should this kind of kobold be born, it will consume the world.
Quite the tale. But all right. We will speak with our jolly band and
Thank you. It is said that the great kobold known as Toye has a profound effect on them. It is most likely that this kobold that has rallied all others to his cause, Typhon, he might possess the legendary weapon that was wielded by Toye, his mythical flail. Be careful if you anger him.
Is there anything particular you can tell us about this mythical flail?
This flail was said to have the head of several different chromatic dragons, and with each strike, the power of those dragons would be imbued in the strikes. From fire, to electric, to acid, and lightning.
Okay, well that's certainly...
You are all powerful individuals, but I warn you to be careful when speaking with Typhon. Do not anger him if you can. Try to appeal to him. Or perhaps you could bribe him in some way. Something that Caranus' forces can't give.
Well, I think we might have a good chance of sweet talking them, but if that fails, we'll think of something.
I wish you luck. I must continue moving. I need to spread word of these coming kobolds to the other resistance leaders. With
Best
this,
of luck to you.
bells. Which say?
He said best of luck to you.
Thank you. Alright, and then the third group.
So I don't know, like before we even
This is going to be
well,
awkward.
the thing I was thinking, like even before like the representative like walks in, do you want to discuss? Do you want to do a character thing to discuss why am I even here?
I mean, you're from the Sun Elf Nation. You are involved in Zendel politics for mostly cultural reasons. That makes enough sense to me. But if
Okay.
it's something you would like to bring up ahead of time.
Yeah. Yeah, sure. I actually wanted to do something about that.
Sure.
Yeah.
It's like I genuinely don't object because I think you're cool.
Okay. Yeah, like Gouda kind of like gives like a like and just kind of waiting for you. He kind of just like speaks up and says like I thought either of you two would be opposed to me deciding to be here for the meeting just because you know how other people of your kind are towards me or my
I mean,
people.
When you say
I'm a
your
military-
kind, Ares squints.
I'm a military man. Simple as that. You're not my enemy, so culture be damned, as far as I'm concerned, really.
I agree with my brother. We have bigger enemies for the time being. We
I
can-
guess that makes sense. I guess that makes sense. That was another reason why I was thinking about that, but I was also just
Do you have any general worries? Because we are, it seems
Uh,
like we're going to be talking to a representative of the military house.
well, it is also the fact that I wanted to make sure that at least you two aren't making any sort of mistakes that make sense. Both of you are still quite young, so
We have a history with this family, or rather, our father does.
if the
This may
if the
be
tales are
tense.
to be believed, of course.
Well, he did not. That soldier didn't return from the battle.
Well, from what there are records that we got from Katagar's record, it could have been that the battle went not as well as it was written.
I don't think we knew it was Katagaris that wrote it. We just know that he had a
Not Katagar's,
contact.
the scholars is what she'll say. The scholars that
Yeah.
wrote the information that were sent to us.
yes, and those said scholars wrote probably the same stories about, of course, my sister and your father. So it could be just as simple as he fell off the boat and drowned.
I mean, for all I mean, if the merfolk were involved, then yeah, he could have very easily just had his heels slashed and drowned.
But that's a topic for another, or at least that's a bit of a side topic. Specifically, I am here due to the fact that yes, I don't want I don't want you two to be making any sort of mistakes or any sort of just sometimes.
Something
Yeah,
improper caused some problems for.
Yes, something improper. Of course, you said that you have a history, or at least your
Ideally, I
family
want
does.
to avoid a political incidents. They already don't like us.
I mean, if things do break down, of course, we can just have it be a scuffle where, of course, no one is harmed.
What do I know about this guy? Is he a meathead? Does he actually talk?
From what you know of Bodo, Bodo is the nephew of the man that was killed in part one. If you recall his name was Hano. So they are not directly related. Like he's not like his son or anything like that, but they
Right.
are still within the immediate family somewhat.
Is this the correct use of the term cucking?
Huh?
Because like because my dad stole his uncle's wife.
I suppose.
I don't know what it means in like a historical context.
I suppose
I mean,
that could.
I'm fairly certain, like, usually, like, cucking still refers to, like, well, it doesn't refer to the thing that, like, you like it. Usually now now it refers to that, but I think back then it just referred to, you're being cheated on, and people know about it.
Okay. Well, yeah. I mean that is what happened.
It did become a well-known fact in the politics of Zendel. It was a big controversy.
Well, you see, our father cucked his uncle,
Hmm.
and that is why we exist today.
I see.
This is going to be awkward.
Our house was our mother was meant to join with House Agadir, and they were to
Political
combine
marriage.
was to submit an alliance that would combine the two powers together. History and war all put together, but instead,
It was like something. I mean, it was something out of a fairy tale. Really, she slept with a deckhand.
I for one
Funny
am
that-
thankful that we're not having to deal with the customs and traditions that come with being part of House Agadir.
Thankfully.
And do they have their own song and dance of traditions and etiquette?
Instead of being obsessed with books, they're obsessed with drills and militarism. It's quite stingy.
Well, everyone is forced to learn how to sail in Zendel. It is required. Those that those of House Agadir are committed to the army. If you are born into the family, you have to serve at least 5 years in the army.
I see.
They're a very large and chaotic family, and too much infighting, too much backstabbing.
Those that are
Sounds like it.
decadent,
A lot of people being stabbed in the courtyard. They're not very subtle. It's a lot of duels, a lot of bravado. I'm not the biggest fan of them.
Well, that's
Well,
another
I
thing
guess
that
then-
anyone who is too, you could say, decadent in the house that don't want to take part in the military affairs are either ostracized and kicked out, or beaten and flogged.
Or both. Usually both.
Usually a flogging before you're exiled, yes.
But yes, so keep that in mind. He may be hostile, and he's likely got muscle for brains.
Understandable. If I guess if a fight does break out, I will be sure to assist you in that
it'll
scuffle.
come that far, but keep your hands ready just in case.
Worst case,
Okay.
aim for
I,
the
I,
worst
I doubt
case, aim for the
bronze
legs.
will be. I doubt that bronze will be drawn, but I expect, at the very least, potentially hands will meet skin.
I'd hope weapons. I don't intend to draw my weapon, but should it come to that, go for the legs. You can sail without legs.
I'm fairly certain you need legs to swim.
I mean, you could just put some wood on there. It'll float.
You can bring him in now, and with the doors open up, and
As we're debating the logistics of peg leg buoys.
and Bodo steps in, dressed in full
Is it
Marin-
ceremonial gear or war gear?
It's-
Ceremonial war gear or regular war gear?
It's regular war gear.
Ah, fuck's sake.
He steps in fully decked out in the standard Zendel Mariner war gear. He does not take his helmet off as he enters, and stands at a salute and looks at the three of you. I am Bodo of House Agadir. I am here, as been dispatched by that of the great and formidable higher houses of Zendel. House Fingari has given me the grace of coming to you with a message, and they ask that you listen wisely.
I'm just gonna nod.
With that, he clears his throat. The kingdom of Zendel has lost much to the kingdom of Temedid. We have lost several of our great, wondrous islands, and through that, our trade, economy, and military have suffered. We come to you now in exchange of an offer. Our navy is the largest in all of Rysos, larger than anything that the Temenids have been able to produce. It will be yours for a price. We need the island of Vardar back. That's this large island here.
Am I aware of any specific trade colonies there? Anything of note?
Yes, your father actually was there when they started the first colony, actually.
So it's a significant trade point.
Yes, it was a important stronghold in securing dominance over the Elenian region.
I mean,
Which
it's
which
like
one was the
most-
which one was the island again? Just so I can
big one in the
circle it.
top right.
This one here.
Okay, this one. Yeah. I'm just gonna circle that one.
On one hand, it's easy enough to just say, "Oh, it's just one island. Who cares?" But it also would allow Zendel to pressure the local countries here, potentially cause a blockade. should they choose to, and should the higher houses get imperial ambitions again.
Are you saying this in character?
I should rephrase that, but I'm going to say something along those lines in character.
Okay, I just want to be sure.
Yeah,
Because then
because he'd probably punch me in the throat for that.
and you also got to think of, and you also and would also think about allying with a former enemy, as many people within the Atlantean region might not be all about trying to ally with Zendel.
Exactly. So I hope you understand our concerns in presenting this to our fellows.
Indeed, we are.
I feel like most people who aren't as strategically minded and simply politically minded wouldn't overlook the fact that this would allow Zendel to project a lot of naval power over the region, which,
There
given,
is-
oh, go ahead.
I like my like Gouda interjects here and says like, isn't there also the fact as well as that island was also controlled by the city state of Demo before everything was united? That might ruffle some feathers within the populace for that, considering they took those islands in the last war.
That's true. It's already a debate. So, in addition to the fact that you were former enemies, there's also the concern of projecting naval power. I don't think treaties will say much here.
Indeed,
Perhaps a
that is why
compromise?
I'm here.
Shared governance of the island? Or perhaps a lease?
I was actually going to mention that specifically maybe a lease of the island would be far better, either for of course Zendel, or for Demo to have the lease, and then I don't know, either
You acquire
leave it-
trade rights, and in turn to reinvest some of that money into the local countries, which I feel will let them. I feel that if their infrastructure improves, they'll feel a little more confident in having potentially enemy naval power in the region.
The Lunar Queen has demanded nothing but absolute control over the island. In exchange,
You
we
would
will-
have absolute control for a price.
She has also said that we would be willing to offer equipment as well as having control of the Navy. And with that, he claps his hand, and you see some servants bring in a variety of different weapons, armor, and items.
How well equipped is our army?
Decent. It's decent. It's not great, but it's decent. We are offering the use of several mithril items we have acquired.
Oh shit!
And with that, he pulls out a Xiphos made of mithril. You two are quite aware of this. Actually, all three of you should be aware. Mithril was once our kind's greatest achievement, and was lost when our two different clans fled the old homeland. What remnants we have of mithril, we tried to make do with. And this is a great concern for our kingdom, and we are willing to share some of our mithril equipment.
Would you want these weapons back at the war's end?
The amount of mithril equipment giving out will not be enough to form an army. It will only be enough for a small strike force. And we would expect that the heir to the house of Utica would make sure that they return back to the homeland. As with that, you watch as Ares kind of like leans back against the nearby wall and just kind of rolls her eyes.
How long do you plan to stay in the area while we discuss with our fellows?
I will stay until an answer is given by the next moonrise. By the next.
Like a week.
No, I had the music because there was my dad was walking by, and he's being vocal. By the next, but we need an answer by the next full moon, when Celeste has reclaimed the moon from Yaldabaoth once again. Which
That
is
can be
about
done.
like a week and a half.
Should be plenty of time to debate, don't you think? Oh, my fucking throat. Sorry. There should be more than enough time, don't you think, Gouda?
Yes, I think that's a sufficient amount of time. I honestly feel like we might be able to get it sooner, but we shall discuss it.
Has to take things slow, as opposed to diving into another thing. We could just be kicking potential war down the road if we don't think ahead. We live a
Yes.
while. Thank you, what was it, Boda?
Bodo.
Thank you, Bodo. Let one of the servants know where you'll be staying.
With that, he sheaths the mithril Ziphos. Very well. I hope you make the right decision. And with that, he and the servants leave the room.
That went over surprisingly well.
Well,
Well, thankfully, no
We're
one
going to
said
have
to bring up any of his family members. It was all business, Ares says.
Yeah.
Yes,
If
but
things had gotten personal, I feel like there would be at least some blood on the floor right now.
Yes, but you also gotta remember that some people do value blood more than water.
Yes,
Yes,
yes.
but those-
You Sun Elves are known for that, I believe.
Yes.
family is quite important, sister.
Of course. I'm just referring more to the hot-headedness that the Sun Elves have. I'm surprised a fight didn't break out. He was able to refrain himself.
I don't know, I really
He's been
haven't been quite hostile.
He's been quite level-headed. History is an interesting thing. History is an interesting thing. You of all people should know reading through the books. Culture doesn't define somebody. That's
Also,
part of why we keep our records.
also there are always exceptions to rules.
That too.
Apologies.
If you're going to rule, you need to know these things.
Yes, you're right. Apologies. We should meet up with the others and hear how their meetings went.
Well, one thing I was going to say, just to discuss a bit of that island there. We should definitely try to make sure that the I don't know. We need to figure out a way to probably not see if the people of Demo, if they do become independent, don't get too rustled by that. Or in fact, who knows if they
try to take it back, we might end up with Zendel on the mainland, and that's going to be a problem.
Well, the other thing as well is that, like, as far as with how, of course, I got in here in the first place was through Demo, because Demo had better relations with of course, with my nation. So, I have a feeling that all we're just doing is just repeating a cycle here.
I feel the best decision we can make is try to get a lease out of his clenched fists. Perhaps a duel.
Or we just split the island, by who owns it, or who owns that part of it, and then they own the rest.
The Queen did demand full control. And what would I know about the Queen? Would I know her personally? Because I don't imagine Ustia is one of the higher houses. It's a house, but it's not one of the higher ones. I imagine we're just nerds.
If you had to, if you like would rank like the 5 like major
We're
houses,
towards the bottom.
yeah, it would basically be like towards the middle lower half.
Yeah. Above the one that's basically glorified laborers, but everyone's above them.
They would be above the toil house and the scholars, but below like militarism, craftsmen, and the monarchy.
Oh yeah, no, the fucking tradesmen are going to trump us constantly. Because they make most of the money. But yeah. I mean, worst case, I could probably challenge him to a duel and make him go crawling back with it to leverage his pride.
Yes, that's
But-
that's another thing that could be done.
Leverage his honor to make him negotiate on our behalf. That might be the way we have to go, because I don't think he's very politically minded, as you can probably assume.
Yes. Yes. Well. If it would be a duel duel with him, what would hurt his pride more, losing to of course you, or to someone like me?
That's a good question, actually. Try to go on cultural line? Maybe 2 and 2? Surely he has a bodyguard. Crushed by a cultural enemy and a personal enemy.
Feel like you're playing with fire, brother, but if you think it's best.
It's not like he'll inherit anyways. Worst comes to worst, he'll end up dead in a field somewhere. That's how most of them go. That's why they have so many damn kids.
Alright, let's go meet up with the others. See how their meeting
Yes. Yes, that sounds fine.
Alright, and you guys all meet back up together to...
I'm gonna, on the way back, I'm just gonna regale Gouda with a story of, like, one of the branch families having 20 kids just slaughter each other, trying to move a couple spots up in the inheritance order.
That sounds quite
It
heavy.
was all sanctioned too. That's the disgusting part of it, really.
I see.
Someone declared a duel, and then someone declared a duel on the duelist, and Daisy chained out into dozens of younger ones, just swords drawn in the plaza.
Is that family still around, even?
Oh yes, massive. One of the bigger ones, honestly.
I see.
every family in Zendel has at least like 50 plus members all at one time. So like even like when like a quarter of the house is wiped out, like Ed's family was in a horrible boat accident, there's still at least another like 20 other heirs after these two here, the twins. that are here.
I see. Very Plantagenet.
Yes.
Yes. And like I like to imagine that his family is big even by Zendel standards, because of course they have to nepotism their family into every officer position available.
Of course.
It's just me and CK3 giving every title to only family members,
Basically.
Pretty much.
Yeah.
forcing me to breed like a rat to have enough family members to give the titles to.
Rat.
Yeah, that was basically my the last run I did, where I tried to take over the Mediterranean. It didn't go very well.
I always hit a point in my Crusader King runs where I go,
Alright,
shit,
we're
I don't have
getting
enough
off
kids.
topic with Crusader Kings.
Okay.
So
No fun allowed.
You guys all
No
meet back
fun
up.
allowed. We're talking about conquest of the Mediterranean. That's relevant.
Talk about the Mediterranean in my setting, not CK3.
Well, Aminata walks into our meeting place and she's just huffing. She goes, no one said I
Well,
had
first
to meet
you have
him
to make
by
a mod for
myself."
your set.
Andy, you sounded like you were crusty as shit. What the fuck did you just say?
Oh, I was telling Miss, well, first you have to make a mod for your setting.
That's true. Do it,
I'm
coward.
taking
Anyways, you
I'm
were
taking
saying, Ryan?
programming next semester. I'll learn how to the mod.
Fuck yeah. Right. You were saying, Ryan?
Anna walks into the place we're all meeting up, and she goes, "No one told me I had to meet him by myself.
Wait, nobody went with you?
I was just there playing my lute, and he walked into the room. I didn't even know I was meeting that guy."
Oh. Well, did you entertain him?
Oh yeah, I promised him our full support.
What?
Well, what was his demands?
He wants us to help him liberate the Great Plains, free my people. I thought that sounded reasonable. He wants us to help take a city.
And do you know where that city is located? Its defenses, its garrison.
I mean, I assume it's probably one of their older fortress cities.
What was the name of the city again, Mist? Blanking on the name of the city.
Katisas.
Katisis.
So, history brain. What would I know about this city?
It is a major coastal city. It's right here, off the river, and it was owned by Alenians for a long time until Tessaphonians took it over about 50, 75-ish years ago when they conquered the Great Plains.
Right here.
Yeah, it's right there at the mouth. It's
Right
right
at
there.
the
It's right there
entrance.
at the mouth of the river.
Gotcha. I mean, he made a lot of good points. He wants to free the dwarves, and if we free the satyrs, my people will be liberated, and his people will be so cut off from this kingdom they can just take over themselves.
Biting them in half does sound like a good way to hurt them. It'll cause them to. Well, it'll cause those forces that are in the split there to, of course, fend for themselves while of course the man was Nephates, right?
Yeah,
Yes. While of course Nephates and everyone who's assisting him to, of course, get their own kingdom back, which, especially if they're able to cut down what is there of the Temetids, then that allows us to, of course, I guess, capitalize off of that, would it be chaos? I definitely don't see
And as far
any problems with helping them out with that.
and as far as I see it, they're already a shattered empire. Even if we help them, they wouldn't be too hard to stomp again if it came to it.
plus I'd love to see the face on those rural hoofs when they realize a city girl saved them.
Rural hoofs.
I think she means the rural folk, the laborers.
The
Yeah,
plain
farmers.
satyrs.
Uh,
There's city satyrs and there's plain satyrs now. They don't
sorry,
like each
Yeah.
other.
Oh, I know. I'm just trying to.
no, like
Well,
I,
you know.
I was trying to do it in character. Like,
Yeah.
okay,
Yeah.
okay,
I'd assume they mean like the laborers, the farmers, those sorts.
okay.
I don't
shit
even
nuts.
know. I don't even know if they farm out there. They're all big on their traditions and not being corrupted by Lenian culture. And oh, the way we've done it for the past 1,000 years is the best way. Ugh.
Like all I could really see is like it is like your character Ed and my character just look at each other, look at her, and just kind of like look back and like squint. just because it became like basically just like her being like pseudo like racist to her own kind.
Elitist, thank you. Get it right.
Okay, I honestly thought you were referring to something that's different because of course where I come from we're big on horses, even though we're on an island. I had never really horses never liked me, so I never rode one.
We can get quite a few birds with one stone here if we help them out.
Yes.
The Satyr have been present in our battles.
Yeah. I mean, my understanding is that they're fairly talented marksmen, decent cavalry.
Great at a party.
Eh, if the books are to be trusted.
Great kissers.
You're trying
Well,
to
if you have to
find
pa-
out?
Well, I've yet to personally party with a satyr, but I like to
That'll
know.
change.
Yes, I think it
I
will.
can tell you it's quite an experience.
So
I'll even let the dog drink, right?
Everybody drinks. That's the rule.
I'd sneak him some juice.
So are we all in favor of
wait, and like I would assume with like that comment either like Mialis or Titus make themselves known, and Gauda kind of speaks up and says like Mialis and Titus, how was your discussions with I think it was the Queen of Isagora?
Ah, right. Well, apparently they're having a bit of a problem with, kobolds.
Kobolds?
Are we familiar with what kobolds are?
Yes. So, if anyone here is familiar with Goblin Slayer in some regard, kobolds are basically that for this setting. Kobolds are dangerous,
They rape people?
nasty creatures that are basically you could say, are evil, quote unquote, in this setting. They are usually...
There are orcs.
Yeah, they're basically like the orcs of the setting, or like the goblins, depending on what evil setting you're looking at. Well, they are able to be, you can speak. They're not like mindless savages, all of them, but they are isolationists. They like to conquer. They
Militant,
burn.
chaotic, xenophobic.
Yeah, and every now and again, a powerful kobold will rise up and lead kobolds down from the mountains, and they will just pillage and raid through the lands until eventually...
Wait, so they're just...
thought you were
yeah,
gonna
they were
say
just-
another
What
word.
a dangerous comparison this whole analogy has been.
Okay, so Miss...
Well, you did make the,
so they're-
the fucking Goblin
Yeah.
Slayer comparison.
Yep.
That's true. So, Miss, you're just describing 40k orcs on a wog, basically.
Yeah, they form wogs essentially. Every 50 years, a
Persona
wog will form.
comparisons.
Fuck, that's... I mean,
And
they're
so
probably
this is-
about as
so
organized as an
this
orc.
is supposedly another one getting ready to form that Delphi's worried about. And if Caranus can recruit it, can convince them, that'll basically mean any rebel factions that Caranus can find on a map and point the kobolds towards, the kobolds will head there and just annihilate them.
We could just take a prisoner dragon and bribe them with their scales, couldn't we?
But kobolds are also extremely obsessed with dragons. They believe that with enough pillaging and raiding and acquiring of enough gold, they can turn themselves into a dragon. And it has happened.
But they're not smart, are they?
Some are smart. Some are smart. It depends if some can live long enough to become smart enough, because they breed nonstop.
Oh god, Skaven orcs. Oh no. Skorks, if you will.
Combine the Skaven combine Skavens with orcs and a little bit of lizard men, if you're familiar with Warhammer, and that's
Skorks sound like a slur.
and that's the kobolds in that setting.
Yeah, a perfect in-universe slur. Perfect.
I need to find a way to make Skorks an
Kobolds have this
in-person.
innate desire to become large. They want to be huge. Ever since the Great Toye demolished a ton of the continent back during the Godmarked War, and so kobolds will try to become the size of dragons, or literally become dragons.
Okay. Well, I mean, as far as I'm concerned, we could probably bribe them away with some blood of a dragon or some shiny seashells. They're not very smart.
Or they try to use that. Well, you don't know if they have the ability to use the blood of a dragon for something more nefarious.
Oh, I was going to give them
Dragons.
wine.
We have 2.
Oh, ideally, I was just going to give them a bunch of wine and try to convince them.
Now you're thinking like a satyr.
I mean, why waste our time on the stupid?
I'm also going to say in meta, because I forgot to have Traces come up and say this. There's only enough. Traces thinks there's only enough time and resources to send to 2 of these locations. So one of these locations you will not be able to attend to.
Can I be honest? The kobolds seem like our lowest priority. I'm not gonna lie.
Yeah, no, they're a bunch of fucking punks.
I mean, it sounds like they're gonna be a problem.
Eventually.
Like forever. Like
Yeah.
we could go deal with them and they will still become a problem later.
Yeah, exactly. And I feel like we could at least belay the problem until after the war by just bribing them with dragon corpses, because there's going to be a lot of dead dragons when this shit's over.
You're not wrong. I mean, yeah.
Yeah, we'll just bribe them with dragon corpses, or, lie.
Aren't we becoming true politicians here, kicking cans down the road?
What's the worst that could happen?
Yeah, no, like
Campaign 4?
like that's a thing. Like as soon as we talk about the island, I'm like, damn, this really just sounds like politicians and European leaders discussing who owns an island in the middle of Asia.
Oh no, did we just accidentally World War K?
It's excellent.
I mean, that's my understanding, that's what the 4th White Whale campaign is.
Oh.
Oopsies, did I World War?
Oopsies, did we accidentally seed a fucking kobold world war?
One day.
One day. Miss can dream.
I can. It's true.
Someday.
White Whale 4 will happen when I'm like 50 years old and and I'm barely able to read my notes anymore.
You'll finish it before Game of Thrones.
Just insert your cyber eyes.
That hurt me. That hurt me in my core.
I'm not
Okay,
owned.
but,
I'm not owned. I'm not owned. As I shrivel.
I'm not owned.
As I shrivel.
I'm not
into a
owned.
peanut.
As I shrink into
Shrivel into
a
a corn cob.
Corn
as I
cob.
shrink into a fan fiction, Winds of Winter, that was somehow completed first.
It's not done yet.
That's
He's still working.
Fucking
on it.
hilarious.
He's
But
making progress.
Yes, he is making a lot of progress. He's got a lot done.
I do feel that the
Kobolds is definitely the lowest priority. We can kick that down the road. We do.
yeah,
Well,
I'm thinking the biggest one to do is the Great Plains one, and then we
absolutely. And then we need to
do the
debate we need to debate Zendel.
Mhm.
All right. So listen up, everybody. We have a classic case of regional politics we now have to navigate. So, Zendel wants an island back, the island of Demo. Do we have a representative of Demo present? Somebody?
The island's named Vidar.
Yes. No, I mean, like, Demo owned Vidar.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's like, do we have a representative of Demo present? Anybody at this
No.
council? Hell.
I can be the representative.
Pardon my disagreement. I don't want to expedite a war.
I think your skepticism is valid. Because the one issue here is that of course if we say no, the island goes back to Demo or a united, if this area is united under, one nation or is some kind of like confederation or whatever. We do have the issue then that Zendel might just take it by force. But then if we give it to Zendel, we might go into where Demo might escalate it by going into a war and possibly using their previous connections with my people.
Just so.
Because of course when the war happened with Tessaphonians, and of course with a little bit of stuff from what my sister did, they of course had a better relationship with, of course, my country. So
Why don't
of
you just
course
make the island its own country?
I don't think Demo will like that, and I don't think Zendel would like that either.
I think both of them would basically try to then take that whatever fledgling nation by force. And we also have the issue as well that we then have, of course, people from Zendel, and then possibly people from Demo living on the island. It would just turn into infighting for both of them, as both of them would probably be giving weapons and arms or doing whatever intrigue.
It would keep them
uh,
both locked down, I guess, but then we'd have a destabilized power in the region, and that's not good in a post-war setting.
I don't know if you've noticed, but every power in this region is destabilized. Well,
We're
better
trying to
time.
fix- How quickly could we get a runner to bring someone from Demo?
It'll Traces recounts. Well, it'll take some time, but I do know that the former representative of Demo is still alive. She is. I know she's somewhere.
You could send for her, and then we could go off to the Great Plains, and maybe she'll be here when we get back.
Not a bad idea.
That could be
Yes,
like
that sounds-
I can
that
I can
sounds
stay
suitable.
behind and use my resources and try and find her and bring her here. Hopefully, she'll be here when you get back.
Then the delegate kind of roll my eyes and nearly out of my damn skull. The delegate from Zendel is going to be gone in about a week and a half. So my suggestion: he's not very smart. Try to keep him busy. Keep him drunk. He won't move.
Thankfully, if you are going to head to assist the Tessaphonians, Catesis is quite easy to get to from our side. If we head, all you need to do is just head inland and take the river down, and you can sneak up on Catesis from behind.
That sounds quite.
Convenient.
Yes, that sounds good. One thing to ask in terms of a question here: is the city just on the river, or is the river a good way to get into the city?
It's a good way to get into the city. The city is on both the river and the ocean.
That sounds like that's a good way for us to get in from behind.
Yes, indeed.
Perhaps you could get in from behind, throw open the gates, and cause a whole bunch of chaos. I trust you guys can handle that.
Yes, that sounds suitable. And if anything, we'd probably be able to clear it out fairly quickly by, of course, going in by boat through the
If
river.
you're going to
and,
go in like that, though, you'll probably need to not bring any dragons along there. A little too eye-catching.
Of course, that's
Tell him, Anita.
I
How
still-
about it
I-
then?
I
At the
still
very
think
least,
that's
you'll
fine.
be happy.
Who you say that to?
Amanita. At the very least, you'll be happy.
I'm always happy.
Hold on. It's clicking with me. We're worrying about I know that we aren't doing the Kobold one because it's a low priority for us. But I'm thinking about the Kobold ones, we have not one but 2 dragons on fucking speed dial.
Exactly. They'll be super easy to take care of.
Yeah,
that's why they're a low priority.
yeah.
Actually,
We're doing the difficult things first.
Esso dear, do you mind some work?
If you're gonna tell Esso to go deal with the kobolds by herself, that is a bad plan.
No. Not alone.
Hmm.
Esso dear, would you be open to an idea?
You find her outside the building. She's currently reading a large tome on the history of the marathon. She's only like a quarter of the way through the book, though. She looks up to you. Ah, yes, another one of your ideas.
Yes. Are you interested in kobold culture?
She scoffs. Kobold. Culture is not the word I would use to describe it. If you were more referring to a series of traditions and barbaric practices, then yes, I am aware of what they do.
I mean, what is that if not distilled culture?
And with that, you see Cesaria up on a roof, jump down. Did I hear kobolds? I love kobolds! As she jumps onto the ground and causes everyone to have like a little like shudder. It's like, whoa, the ground shakes for a moment.
Fucking like cartoon, we all go like half a foot off the ground.
Yeah, like off the ground, like you vibrate for a second. Like, whoa.
Everyone inside. Did you hear that?
We send our dragons to like 2 dragons plus like
When I was young, I would go up into the mountains and I would find some kobolds and they would like wrestle. They would try to like get on top of me and try to like ask me to fly them around, and I would. It was great.
So, Esso, I have an idea. Would you be so kind as to take our friend Soteria here with you as a quote-unquote delegation, mostly just to keep them busy and probably fool them into worshipping you long enough for us to deal with the other 2 problems?
Worshipping? Really? You want me to get them to worship me?
I mean, hey. Maybe they've pillaged some decent tomes, something of interest. You'll have to teach them what parchment is, though.
They have been stealing like gold,
Everything.
food, resources, everything.
Mhm.
Well, it may not be their culture. They certainly
Have artifacts of other. Certainly have artifacts of other cultures.
Kobolds are so short-sighted. In a blink of my eye, they will be dead before I even have a moment to think.
Exactly why you should pick through their hordes for anything interesting. Give it a week and they won't even know what's missing.
Very well. I will humor your idea.
Anything I can do to repay you, Esso? Or your kindness and infinite patience?
Yes, I'm going to need at least 20 years of free access to the House of Udica's libraries.
You say that as if you have to ask anymore.
Your mother wasn't pleased the last time I was found in there. But
Was
says
she?
It's not built to accommodate a dragon.
Ah.
20 years of guarding the door.
Steal something? If you can get away with it, try to bring back something pretty. We could get the craftsman to expand the place. Make you a proper fixture of our library. Not on the wall.
Yeah,
You know
when you
it.
see a picture, she
Recoils?
her eyebrow, like her eyelid, like raised, like what?
Not on the wall. You know what I mean. Just imagine that fucking SpongeBob gif, the fucking and live. Fucking fast.
Very well, Soteria. Get yourself ready. We'll head out in the next several hours. I need to finish this book. And you watch her suddenly she flips through the book like at a record speed.
Holy
Done.
shit.
That was an interesting read. That was only volume 1 though.
Anything else buried in this rubble?
This rubble is a cultural mindset, cultural zone of my people. Its history runs deeper than yours does. It was built long before Zendel even came to the island.
And that is the SO I love.
She smiles when you
Thank
say
you
that.
again.
I was honestly expecting her to just give like a frown of disgust.
When you say that that's the dragon that I love, she takes a claw and she just slightly taps the top of your head with it, rustles your hair a little bit.
Oh. Alright.
Be
If you
safe.
see anything particularly valuable, try to keep it on you. We can use it to bribe the craftsman when we get back.
Of course. Be safe out there.
Same to you. Should anything go wrong, just leave. It's not like they can chase you.
True. And should I die, I know that I won't be for long.
Yes. We'll salvage your egg.
Well, no, it's just because you are a dragon lord. You can just use a spell to
Oh!
revive her.
Right, I have like what, a week?
Yeah. You just need a week to get the gold needed for it, and you can revive her.
Oh, I don't even need the gold. I do it without components if memory serves. I'll have to reread the feat, but I don't think I need the components.
Yeah, something like that.
It's
No,
grossly
the
overpowered.
one that doesn't need the requirement is to bind a new dragon. The one to revive her it still has a cost.
Ah, okay.
It's like
Sure enough.
5,000 gold or something like that.
Probably. So should you be in a bind, try to swallow some pearls, if you'd be so kind.
Of course. I can't imagine much from kobolds.
They like the shinies, you'll probably find some gold. Maybe platinum if you're lucky.
Well, I'm talking about them being dangerous, but yes.
Oh. I mean, even ants can overpower a snake if there's enough of them.
And with that, she unfolds her wings and begins to get off the ground and fly up into the sky along with Stateria.
Soteria, make sure she isn't, make sure she doesn't eat any without good reason.
Of course. This will be fine. Everything will be fine. I'm an expert on kobolds. Don't worry.
Soteria, I don't think you follow. She's going to treat them like a bundle of grapes.
Grapes. I love grapes.
Oh no.
Can you tell this dragon hasn't? Can you tell this dragon hasn't had time for a proper education?
No. Nah, I don't know what gave it away. Soteria is basically going to become a second mother to you. Alright. Be safe or round up some men that you think are useful.
It's
Or
a
whichever
good
ones
bit.
you like the most.
Soteria is like a good bit younger too, I think.
Yeah. No, aren't they of comparable age, though?
Actually, no. Soteria was actually born.
Yeah,
before her.
Asteria's older.
Oh, yeah.
Just like by like 20 years though.
What a book does to a motherfucker.
Maybe less probably. I think actually Essa was born like 8 years after after Hephaestion. Sorry, not Hephaestion.
I think she has to be like 15.
Yeah, something like that.
So, yeah, she's
She's
SO is at least 15.
Yeah, she's around
15
somewhere
to
between
20.
15 and 20. So, but she's as big as
I fed her
Soteria.
good. I fed her good.
And also being a time dragon, she just matures at a faster rate because just time goes by slower for her. She perceives everything as slower.
At this point, that my mind kind of wanders, like, oh god, what if she uses time breath on a kobold? I hope she brings back the skeleton. It'll look gorgeous.
You just use time breath on a kobold. It's just a 20-year-old kobold. Nothing has changed.
Oh, they actually live a while?
Well, the thing is,
If they don't get stabbed.
no one in my setting, no one knows how long a kobold can live for, like what the max age of kobold is, because no kobold has died of old age.
Oh. Soteria?
There's no records.
Soteria. I've
Yeah.
been struck by an incredible idea, a historical discovery. Do you want to be in a book?
Sure. I like the ones with lots of pictures in them.
Good. This is a great opportunity for pictures. I'm just going to lean in, whisper like, see if you can get SO to use her breath on a kobold to see how old they can get before they pass.
Pass.
I don't think she has that power yet.
I think she might. We'll see.
SO does have time breath right now. Yes.
But I think her time breath is weaker. I don't think it
It
does
is
that
weaker,
yes.
but it's a kobold.
Anyway, so she flies off. So it is currently 9:48, almost 9:50. I do not believe we have time for a combat encounter because I think Monica needs to be done at 10.
Oof.
Yeah. I'm also still like, I feel fucking tired.
So
The
I'm
con
thinking
yesterday
we'll just,
kicked my ass.
if unless anyone has any ideas of roleplay they want to do, I think we'll just count this as a roleplay session and we'll end it here.
I think I'm good. I feel like
Yeah,
I had
yeah,
fun
no, I
today.
think- I'm fine.
Blair,
That was
is there
good
anything-
shit,
is there anything
Monica.
you wanted to do before
Mhm.
the session ends? We got a good 10 minutes.
No.
I think I'm good. I'm satisfied. I fucking yapped the whole session.
It was a very nice one to listen to.
Do you have
Thank
anything
you.
you want to do, Flair, before we got 10 minutes if you want to do any roleplay before the session ends?
Yeah, we kind of cucked you a bit. Sorry.
You really like to say that word.
Nothing's coming to mind at the moment.
Okay. So then I guess
I
You know
did
what?
have like one that was particularly tied to this character. Like,
Mm.
I think it's cool that Toya's like anger has persisted after God knows how long.
well, when there's only like one major figure in your whole species like culture, you kind of
Lifetimes.
everyone kind of diverts like all their attention on that one because no kobold has reached the heights of that kobold. Get it, heights, because he's tall.
Yeah.
He was a really tall kobold.
Wow.
He was really big for you.
Mimi big boy.
Yeah.